Started with a lie, but not the kind you think. Not the kind that ruins lives. The kind that saves them. Grant Holloway was a billionaire CEO. Polished, powerful, pitiless. The kind of man who made people nervous when he entered a room, and who never bothered to look twice at the ones cleaning it. But the board said he'd lost touch with reality. Told him, go back to the ground floor. See how your empire really runs. So he did something crazy. He threw on an apron, made a fake resume, and became Greg, a waiter at a struggling little bistro called Marion's Hearth. He expected chaos. He expected grease. He expected incompetence. He did not expect her. Elena, dishwasher, single mother, eyes like burnt caramel and a spine made of quiet steel. She didn't care who Greg was, didn't try to impress him. She just handed him a towel when he dropped a tray and said, "Don't worry. Happens to everyone, even the best of us." Grant blinked. No angle, no flattery, just kindness. And that was the moment everything changed. He watched her for days. She worked through burns, scrubbed through insults, took double shifts, and never once asked for sympathy. But not everyone in that kitchen was kind. Rick, the shift manager, wasn't just a bully. He was an abuser with a name tag. He targeted Elena, assigned her garbage jobs, blamed her for his mistakes. And Grant, pretending to be Greg, had to watch it happen. Powerless. Until the inspection day came. 3 men in suits showed up at the restaurant. And Greg vanished because Grant Holloway walked in. Tailored navy suit, CEO badge shining, and a look that said, "Playtime is over." "Rick," he said, "you're fired. For harassment, for fraud, for being a disgrace to this uniform." And then he turned to Elena. "I've watched how hard you work, how you treat people. You deserve better." He offered her a full scholarship to culinary school, a new apartment, childcare, a real career. Elena, whose hands had scrubbed sinks raw, stood in silence, and then whispered, "Why are you doing this?" He smiled. "Because someone showed me what real strength looks like." Everything changed after that. Grant brought her coffee during her studies, walked her daughter Camila to school, made soup when she had the flu. He wasn't pretending anymore. He was in love. And just when he was about to tell her, it came. A photo of him and Elena, holding hands behind the restaurant. And a note. "Does he know who you really are?" She froze. He backed away. "Elena, what is this?" "I can explain. You lied to me. And you spied on us." Their words cut deep. But before he could decide whether to forgive her, she vanished. Gone. Phone off. Apartment empty. Daughter withdrawn from school. Elena had disappeared like smoke. Until one night, Grant found a note. In her handwriting. "Some of us don't get second chances. We get counted out before we're counted in." But Grant wasn't letting her go. He hired PIs. He dug into her past. And what he found wasn't a con artist. It was a woman who took the fall for her criminal husband, Miguel De Soto, signed the wrong lease, got charged, went to jail, and never told anyone. She protected her daughter by sacrificing her name, and Grant had walked away from her. He went on national television. "If anyone knows where Elena Reyes is, tell her this. I love her. I believe in her. And I will wait as long as it takes." Days passed. Then a message. No words. Just a photo. A child's lunchbox, muddy shoes, and a plane ticket. To Lisbon. The one place she told him she used to dream of. So Grant got on a plane. Traded boardrooms for cobblestone streets. And found her. In a courtyard. By a fountain. Her daughter playing beside her. Eyes full of fear. And maybe hope. "I didn't think you'd come," she said. "I always would," he said. "But why did you leave?" She told him. The note wasn't from a stranger. It was from Victor Drexler, silent partner, investor, enemy, Miguel's former backer, and the man who never forgave Elena for Miguel's failure. He threatened her. Said he'd ruin Grant. Said he'd leak her record. Said he'd expose Camila. So she ran. To protect Grant. To protect her child. Grant held her hand and said, "You don't run anymore." They stayed in Lisbon for a week. Laughed. Danced with Camila in the streets. And just when he proposed, when he knelt with the ring by that same fountain, a black car pulled up. A man stepped out. Not media. Not corporate. He handed Grant an envelope and said, "You've been summoned. Not by the board. Not by the press. By something older. Darker. Dangerous. Because Elena's past? It wasn't done with them. And someone out there wants them silenced. Not shamed. Not sued. Silenced. Sometimes love begins with a lie, but it survives because of truth, because of sacrifice, because of fight. Grant Holloway pretended to be a waiter, but found what no money could buy. And now, he'll have to decide, is this still love? Or has it become a war? Sometimes the people we underestimate are the ones carrying the heaviest truths. Real strength isn't loud. It scrubs floors, raises children, and walks away from comfort to protect the people we love. Don't judge a person by their past. And don't let fear make decisions love should make. Because one moment of courage can rewrite everything. To be continued in part 2, where we find out who summoned Grant and why Elena's past may be more dangerous than even she knows. Follow Crime Files Uncovered for real, true crime stories that will thrill you.